Hello everyone, this is Ep21 and welcome to episode 21 of Ep20's Sky Factory 4 Let's Play series. I'm really having fun with this mod pack. I'm having to rethink how I do some things, some standard things. Like usually, in the interest of conserving channels, for example, I'll only have one interface on my advanced subscribers. Today, no. We're doing it our way. We are doing it our way. Get me some more patterns, please. Booyah, auto-crafting. That's what's up. That's what's up. So between episodes, I did a couple basic auto-crafting configurations, right? Like I taught it how to craft crushed quartz, and I taught it how to craft glass, and I taught it how to craft, a few things. So now it's getting to work making the quartz glass that we need for some more blank patterns. How cool is that? See? Crushed quartz being crafted. Now, I totally need to speed those machines up because they haven't been upgraded yet. But we'll probably teach it how to make machine upgrades soon. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Pretty cool. I think it's cool. Crafting one more. Nice. So a little bit slow, but we'll get there. We'll get there, right? Taught it how to make silicon, right? So I think our next step now should be how to make these different components that we need. And here somewhere. These bad boys. So I want you to know how to make this. Hey, why'd you do that? I want you to know how to make this. And I want you to know how to make, where's the other guys? These. And I'd also like you to know how to make the quartz version of you. Where are you, quartz version of you? Psst, where are you, quartz version of you? Why aren't you in there? Why are you hiding? There you are. There you are. Cool. So that's those four basic components, right? And then I need you to know how to make this, this, and this. And now the only other thing I'd be concerned about is knowing how to make the pure nether quartz, right? So I think what we need to do is learn how to make the seeds, right? So like that would be this guy. So we're going to switch you to this dude. Because I need you to make this. And then I want one of those. So can you make another quartz seed for me? Hey, where's my thing? That's right. I'm upstairs, not downstairs. Tyre knows what he's doing. Right, and then I should be able to get a seed from Applied Energistics now. Another quartz seed, please. Boom. Right? And it's going to crush my nether quartz for that. Thank you, sir. Because you have to use the pure nether quartz for that, calculation processor. Right. Nice. So then we'd say, actually, did I? Yes. It actually did set up correctly, right? We did that properly. Yes, 2 nether quartz seeds. Correct. Okay. And then we can program this dude. Right, but I'm going to put this one in there. Right, so that becomes 2. I'm going to do it like this. 1 to 1. That should be fine. Right, and that goes in the enrichment chamber, which we have one of, right? We have an enrichment chamber. Yeah, we do. Cool. So we can pop that dude in there. And then we come over here. And all 3 of these go in here, right? Bing. And this is silicon. And this is this one. Yeah. And then this is your diamond guy. And then this is your gold guy. Right? So if we said, hey, Applied Energistics, I would like, can I not middle click this? That's what you normally do, isn't it? Huh. Mod options. Options controls. Huh. That's interesting. Usually middle click forces a craft. I'm wondering why that's not working. That's interesting. Middle click will usually... Don't you know how to make silicon? Maybe you have the wrong silicon in there. Maybe you have nuclear craft silicon. Which can be sand in a crusher, to be fair. Should I do that? Is that better than the quartz method? To be fair, I think we have more quartz. We have 163 blocks of quartz, and we have 13 pieces of sand. So technically, we have more quartz than sand as things sit right now, right? So that's fine. What I need to do is up your ante or fix your craft, basically. So let's take you out because I put the wrong quartz in there. Now I could turn on Ore Dictionary mode, but you guys know that I tend to try to avoid doing that if I can. Because I find that while that's nice, sometimes it has unintended side effects. So I generally will avoid Ore Dictionary mode. Right? So you, Applied Energistics, make one of these, make one of these, and make one of these, please. Ah, no crafting CPUs available. Well, that makes sense, right? But you guys are all doing your job, presumably. You're making silicon so that you can make this thing happen. Yay! And then you're going into here. Nice. So what I'll probably wind up doing is moving these guys. But yeah, no, everything's working. Everything's working. And that's what we like to see, right? So, sweet. Automation for days. We totally need a couple more interfaces on this dude. And I'm thinking it's going to be like a 2D wall of interfaces and molecular assemblers, right? Like a checkerboard pattern of molecular assemblers and interfaces. Is that going to be the most perfect and amazing, best way of doing it in the world? Probably not. Will it fit the aesthetic of the area? Maybe. Is it going to be cool? Probably. Will I probably rip it down in the future and be like, why did I do this? Why did you let me do this, YouTube? It's all your fault. I'll try not to, but I make no promises. So just a few other little details that I'm working on here, guys, obviously. Light gray plastic glow block, huh? Yeah, I think we're going to have to remove you. I don't think that'll be the end of the world, but we still have to remove you. Because I want to have an import bus on this guy. We never did set this up, right? Like, totally forgot to do that. So that chest has filled up, right? So theoretically, everybody should be cool now, right? And we should be getting our resources. Yeah, and we should see iron going up, wherever iron is. Iron ingots. Yes, good. That's going into the right place. So I set the high priority on those things so that it would go into that place, and that's pretty cool. Nice. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Cool. So he's import busing like he should be. And it looks like he's obviously pulling items in faster than they're being produced over here. So that works for me. I noticed that this thing was starting to fill up. I'm like, why is this filling up? Oh, right. I never hooked an import bus back up to this chest. So now next steps. So we've got auto crafting pretty well in hand, right? And we can obviously expand auto crafting a little bit as life goes on. How should I handle this thing? You know, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. How do I want to do the basic infusing factory? That might be trickier. Well, there's a few ways to do this, obviously, right? But I mean, I'll handle those in the future. I think I'm gonna hold off on that because what I'd like to do is probably clean this up a little bit. If I could get all of this into a compact machine, I think that would be cool. I think that would be super cool if I could get all this into a compact machine. Because then we could get all of it out of, here and, into a better place, right? So, I mean, all it would require, theoretically, because we have flux networks, right? It's easy to move the packagers in there, right? We'd realistically just need to, would I want to move my shipping container in there? That would be the tricky part, right? That would be the tricky part for sure, moving the shipping container or not, right? Because all the excess resources that we're getting will be eventually useful to us, but I don't think I want to... Do I want to keep them in there or no? I mean, I could, right? Because none of the resources that are in here, with the exception of probably wood, do I really need access to from my main AE system for all the time, right? So, like, it's not super necessary that be accessible out here in the main overworld, quote unquote, right? I think that might work. And we could always export the wood so that it goes into, some kind of drum that's going to be out here. So that could be cool. Glowstone dust, amount 0. Yeah, I probably don't need you to be here anymore, right? So if that's true, what I could do, because I've been doing a couple things here. what I'm going to do is take glowstone dust out. Come here, you. I'm going to take wood out. Well, no, wood needs to stay in here. It does. Wood needs to stay in here. Unless I piped wood into an interface. I could pipe wood into an interface, and that would be cool, right? So if we got rid of wood here, so that wood's no longer valid, and we put wood here, and I'm going to put my glowstone acorns in here, because those things keep showing up, right? Wood's probably going to make its way up to here for now, right? So this is glowstone dust, which we could unlock and get rid of. Cool. And then we could have a filter on an interface with wood. That would just go here. So you're going to be a whitelist of wood. Wood's allowed in there, right? So going forward, any wood will make its way into the semi-interface, which could easily be hooked up and connected to the system with a single piece of cable. Okay, 2 pieces of cable, but you get the point. Cool. So now all wood should eventually make its way into here. See it going in there? Yeah, that's what and no more wood going in here, right? And that's a void drawer, so we're going to keep that 4096 wood at all times, right? So that works. So if we set it up like that, then theoretically we could move this whole shipping container into a compact machine, right? Would that be cool? I think it would. I think it would. I think that would be cool. And then we don't need to worry about this viewport thing anymore, because all the acorns and all the excess. So this is kind of like the overflow of the resource generations that we have, right? So if we moved everything into a compact machine, that would be cool. So why don't we do that? Can we look at compact machines for a minute? And I mean, to be fair, I'm playing in a compact machine world. Wow, I need more ender pearls. Like nobody's business. I'm playing in a compact machine world on my Twitch series. So like I'm very much in compact machine mode in my brain with this pack. So because in the pack, I'm legitimately playing in a world that's only compact machines, right? Which is fun, by the way. That is a fun way to play this pack. In all compact machines, it is definitely a different approach. Let's just put it that way. And I'm pretty sure, and somebody said this, but this thing will grow on endstone, nice, without those blocks there. So I think what I'm going to probably wind up doing is get some endstone. So I just need a glowstone and some lava, right? Shouldn't take too long to... Do you have a bucket? No, but we can get a bucket. I'm going to try to do things properly a little bit. Glowstone, please. We'll get 3 of you. We've got you. 1, 2, 3. And we just have to move you up a little bit temporarily, and that's cool. Yeah, so on my Twitch series, I'm streaming and doing a compact machines world of this pack, and it's super crazy, like, because you have to think very differently. So probably inspired by doing that series, I'm thinking I want to move that whole mess into a compact machine, and that would be really cool. And like it'll be awesome. Just trust me on that. It'll be cool to have everything self-contained in a compact machine, because then we just literally have a compact machine that generates all our resources. That's going to be awesome. And we might move some other things into that as well. So I'm going to make it a decent size to at least, account for the fact that we're going to want to possibly expand further things into it in the future, right? Like we might want to put other things in there, like ender pearls, right? Like all our ender pearls could be in there, right? Relatively easily. We could have some kind of auto farmer that takes care of that for us, right? So definitely a few options. And I've totally not done the prestige thing for a little bit, but it's funny, like I feel like I should, but then at the same time I feel like I shouldn't. Because I don't want to like super cheese it. Now, did I have a hoe of some kind? I mean, I'll just get one, because I can. And for now, I think we've got a couple extra ender seeds. So what we want to do, as long as the water's hitting them, because I noticed that actually does make a difference. But I think that water will reach all the way out here, right? Yeah, I think it should be cool. All right, let me get some ender pearls, and we'll be right back. So I'm not sure if this is the right size area to make my compact machines, but we're going to try it, right? So that should be cool to make one of these, which should also be pretty darn close to being cool to making one of these, or 4 of these, as it were. And that's what I love about compact machines. The recipes ain't so bad. And I wouldn't mind a lever for some purposes. So if I popped you, let's say here, right? Because I want to be able to make max size compact machines, right? So does that mean? So that means you can go here for the second range, huh? Might want to move him back 1 then. But not that direction. Bad direwolf. Come on now. There you go. Right, so that's going to mean that the opposite corner is going to be here. And that might be reasonable from a, looky perspective. And look at that, perfect. Perfect actual lineup. Cool. So then that one will go here, it looks like. And is that appropriate to make a nice? That's what's up. That is cool. All right. Do we have any pillars? We have a couple pillars. Like, how dumb would it look to do this? That's cool. I like that. Sooty marble pillars, huh? We can make more of this, can't we? Can't we make a couple more of these? Sooty marble pillars? Look, I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. Dire tries. It's better than cobblestone, right? Okay. And then to get you to chill. Would that work? No. What if I put him there, though? Ah, he won't go on that. That's one way to do it. Cool? All right. So if I want to make a compact machine, right? The max size compact machine, which is going to be a 13 by 13 room, right, is 98 compact machine blocks, right? And that's the same for these 3, right? So a large one is 98, a giant one, and a maximum size, right, are all the same number of compact machine blocks. A normal one's 7 by 7. I think that's a little bit small for what we're going to want. I'm thinking probably at least giant, if not max, right? But giant should be sufficient. The only difference there is whether we use an emerald or a diamond in the middle. But everything else is the same resource cost-wise. So to get compact machines really going, what we need is this with some redstone. Okay, so right in the center of this bad boy. And it occurs to me that that's not like super centered. I guess that's the center, right? Is that accurate? Why can't my brain see that? Nope, it's this. Okay, just so I know where the center is. That, and throw that in there, right? There we go. Sweet. Alright, so that'll get you your compact machine blocks that we need to build our compact machine with. Cool. All right, now for a gadget to help me out, that would be most good. So for a compact machine to be cool, right? You know, we could just go with the max size because why not, right? 13 by 13, right? What's emeralds versus diamonds to me at this point? They're basically the same resource. Okay, so for this, we need basically a 5 by 5 by 5 cube, right? So that's going to be, so centered here, a 5 by 5 by 5 cube. So let's get you, boop, range 5. Cool. And then horizontal column, I guess, of range 4, no vertical column. All right, and in the center goes your emerald block. And then a vertical horizontal wall. Really? I don't have enough? I thought I had enough here. Am I missing 2? My bad. Not that it's the end of the world. I can totally manage. Boop, boop, boop. Hey. Hey, recognize the thing. Oh, that's right. Let's put you on fuzzy. Yeah, that works. And then vertical column of 4. Cool. Hey, how'd you get up there? That's funny. All right, so like that vertical column of 4. Cool. And then horizontal wall of 3. Should be good. All right. And then emerald in the center. And drop an ender pearl. Psst, drop an ender pearl. Maybe I can't be inside it when I drop the ender pearl. We'll find out. No, I guess not. I thought you could. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Shrinking it down. Right? And now we should have our personal shrinking device, which we can use to go into our compact machine. Put you guys away for a minute, because I'm not going to need none of that no more. All right, and then we can turn these lasers off, and that's my machine compacting area, unless I decide to put something else there and then make a new machine compacting area somewhere else, which is always possible, right? So we can pop this dude anywhere, because we can always move him, right? And then just poof, we're inside a compact machine. How great is that? Poof, we're back to the overworld. Loving it. Loving it, right? So here's my thoughts. We basically want to relocate all this stuff exactly as it stands, right? Is that pretty accurate? So unfortunately, though, I don't think it'll be that easy, right? Now thermal. I don't know which thermal mod it's part of, but isn't there a used to copy a block, used on a block? Yeah. So like, can we do that? So can I do this? So that's a good question, right? Hello, Mr. Pig. I know you want attention, and I appreciate that. I do. I get it. I get it. The pigs want attention. I'm cool with that. I'm just saying, hey, why did I get an overworld cake? Where'd that come from? I don't even know. That can go away. So these things can go away for the time being, right? Probably won't need too much of this. We'll need some of it, but not too much, right? We might, though, need our flux point on us. But everything else, I think we're pretty cool. So did you copy those settings? I think you did. Okay. So let's start with... I'm going to do something a little bit silly, but you'll see my reasoning in a minute here. We're going to go into our compact machine and get ready for where all this stuff is going to go. So can I get some extra electrum filters? We're going to need about 9 of these as it is, right? So that should be exactly 9, assuming we have enough paper and enough electrum, which we might, actually. Oh, no, we're just short on glass, that's all. You know, I remembered that. So that'll be the 9 filters. So I'm going to, like, just prepare down there so I can do a quick and easy move, right? 9. 1 more. Cool. Perfect. Cool. All right, so what I'm thinking for the initial setup, right, is we'll probably want that 5x5. And we will probably want more cobblestone to build and test with and design with. This is my design structure. This is how Dire operates. All right. So this 5x5 area basically is where all the plants are going to go, right? That's going to represent this 5x5 area. Now, I think if we don't give a destination to a resource, it'll be voided, right? So saplings and all that stuff can be voided automatically if I just don't give a resource destination to it. So things like this will wind up being voided as well, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So that's probably what we'll do. We'll skip the trash can piece of this, right? So with that said, these will be all item ducts, right? With the hopping bonsais on top of them. And then they will, you know, flow straight over to some machines that will, you know, handle what we want it to handle. And then we could have, yeah, and then so that'll go there, and then we'll also have to here. This is where we'll have the big crate thingy, right? So the crate can be over here. That'll be your crate for all the overflow items, right? And then what we'll have is these guys. Now, they do have to be up a level because, remember, unlike the dimension that we're in now, we can't dig into the floor in this one, right? So if we want power into these guys, they are going to need to be taken care of. But there's another trick we could play. There's another little trick we could do. A little bit of a trick that we could pull off if we wanted. Yeah, that should work. Let's check out this nifty gadget from Cyclic. I think it's from Cyclic. I hope it's from Cyclic. Yeah, you, buddy. This thing is cool. You know how draconic energy transfer works? With the wireless connectors where you can just like point to something and it'll power it without any actual physical connection? That's how energy transfer nodes work, right? I just need to smelt a couple bricks here. And then we're also going to need a GPS. No, I'm not even kidding. It's actually called GPS. But luckily, they're easy to make. It's just light blue dye and a stick, right? Boom, 10 of them. So check these bad boys out. I'll show you how this works. It's pretty slick. So we're going to have the item conduits coming into the top here, right? And that's going to be coming straight from under here. And these guys are all going to be item conduits for the hopping bonsais, right? And then the GPS is pretty cool, right? It's going to sit up here, or wherever, frankly, because it can sit anywhere. We'll get him some power, as a matter of fact. I'm going to do that up on top of it, so we'll get our flux point up there. This is a neat block. And it's going to transfer, I don't know, 1,500? Sure. I'm just making up a number here, right? So the way this works is pretty slick. You allocate a GPS's position. Now, obviously, furnaces aren't a perfect example to use here, but you allocate a GPS's position in the world. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you put them in here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. And when you click this, it tells you what block it's connected to, right? And it'll give power via RF to any one of these. So then the question is, can I pop this dude on here? Aha, ha, ha, beautiful, right? So let me, off camera real quick, transfer all the whitelist settings that we're going to want into these guys, right? So I'm going to be bouncing back and forth for a minute, copying whitelists, yada, 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 right? So I think I sneak click to clear it, and then we can copy number 2. Is this the best way to do it? Probably not, but it works, right? And paste number 2. Okay, be right back. All right, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the last one I need to do now, so that each of these are prepared for all the different types of resources that we're going to be generating in here as it stands, right? So that should be cool, right? So these two, remember, aren't actually going to do anything, and that looks good to me. Sweet. All right, so now let's get out of this area for a minute. So I want to shut down all these trees, right? So we don't need these going anymore. Do I have a hatchet? I do. Can I vein mine this? Oh, yeah, I can. What's up? What's up, vein mine? Booyah. Boop, boop. And it doesn't super matter which trees go where, as long as I have one of each, right? And that'll let the rest of the stuff go through and do its thing, right? And that's cool. And I may or may not replicate this. I don't think I need it, though. I'm pretty sure I don't need to do that. And if I don't need to do it, I shouldn't do it, right? So there's that. So let's move you, and we can probably get rid of this for the moment. And this dirt, yeah, we need the dirt. But everything else we're cool on, right? So let's get rid of... Now here's the question, and this is an important one. One that I don't have an answer to. One that we're going to find out pretty quickly. If I break this shipping container, do all the barrels inside fill out? Or do they stay inside of it? I have no idea. But we're going to find out after something. I'm going to put away the vacuum item duct. I don't think I need him no more. All right, so with that all taken care of, right, we can now pop back into this location. Boop. We can vein mine this setup, right? And then we can replicate what we had. And you know what? It is pretty much wrapping up point here. So I think what I'm going to do is probably just place down... And there's probably a few extra resources we're going to want to be generating in here, but we'll deal with that, you know, as the time comes. But I'm going to get everything started here. Cool. So these guys are all set, ready to accept items. Let's just at least move over these things, right? I think that's probably smart. I think that's a smartish idea. So I already replicated all that stuff, right? Now you're going to spill a lot. We know that, right? Are we accepting of the fact that that's going to spill a lot? Probably. It's going to be a big old mess. Just be, I'm warning you guys, it's going to be a big old mess. And I'm not going to care about it. Right? I'm okay with this giant mess that just sits right there. Okay? Going back into the other dimension. Boop, 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 boop. And let's make sure that things behave the way they're supposed to. So you guys can all go away. Right? And these things are pretty much ready. Right? Now they should get their power. Look at that. Booyah. Getting power from this thing. That's like slowly but surely not working a whole lot. YU04 energy per tick. That I'm not 100% sure on. Okay, no, it's cool. It's just a visual thing. It's fine. One thing with cyclic that I noticed is that the the energy thing doesn't flow properly all the time. But here's what I'm going to do, right? We're going to wrap up the episode here, and we'll come back next time. And what we'll do is have more resources accounted for, right, in this whole system. Now, we totally have like 3 iron saplings going on, so that's something we're going to want to pay attention to. But everything else should be cool. Right, so the way these things work, by the way, is if they have somewhere for the resources to go, they'll go there. And if they don't have somewhere for the resources to go, they won't go there. They'll be voided, right? So any resources that don't have a destination in this system will be voided, okay? So what we'll see is only... Now, why is wood being allowed to go somewhere? Oh, because you're an empty blacklist, aren't you? We should whitelist you, and we should whitelist you. That's why wood's going somewhere, right? So any extra resources now will be voided because, you know, reasons. Right? So and that's a hopping bonsai trait, right? So they will, so the only resources that we'll see are the resources that are supposed to be, you know, filtering into here and doing what they're supposed to do already. The same things we had before. All right. For now, though, it's my signing off. Well past the wrapping up point. We're going to come back next time and finish this compact machine. The goal is such that all the resources that I generate automatically from my saplings and other things will be made inside this compact machine and then exported in such a way that my AE system can access it and store it, right? I'd eventually like to get like automated obsidian in here. Totally should be doable, right? Right. Among other things. So for now, you know what I say. Take it easy.